Hey guys, welcome to iGyaan. Today we're going to be talking about the new AirPods Max Gen 2. Now I've been using these for a few months and here are some of the things that I love about them and some of the things that I don't like about the Gen 2 AirPods Max. So let's quickly get into it. Let's start off with the price. Price has gone up slightly, up to 67,900. It was previously under 60,000 rupees. In the US, they remain same at $549 plus taxes. So India has seen a price hike, and that's thanks to the depreciating rupee, taxes, all of those things. But a price hike, and this was at the time of launch and not in the recent price hike. And Apple is expected to take the price even higher in September. So if you're looking to get a pair of AirPods Max, now might be the best time to pick them up for the Gen 2. You might end up saving some money because they're expected to go up by 10 to 15%. The price is really important for the review because these are an expensive pair of headphones, and for a lot of the features that they offer, no other alternative exists in this price bracket or any other price bracket, because these have very specific features that are available on these headphones and not available on any other headphones that I think make them unique, and hence Apple can demand such an expensive price. But the price is still very high. 67,000 rupees basically eliminates a large chunk of the buyer base, including iPhone owners. Let us know what your thoughts are on the price of the AirPods Max. Let's talk about build and design. Now, design-wise, the AirPods Max Gen 2 and the Gen 1 and the mid-cycle refresh, all of them look the same. The only real differences are the color. The black shades are a little different. There is still a steel spring headband with a mesh inner. This mesh inner is prone to damage. I'll talk about that in a little while. These are detachable from the ear cups as well, and the ear cups are made of anodized aluminium. You do have ear pads which are replaceable. They are magnetic, easy to remove as well. So all of those things in terms of design, fantastic. We have now USB-C only. So previously Gen 1 were Lightning, then the mid-cycle refresh was USB-C. Now they're USB-C again. So all of those things excellent. Build-wise, there are no real complaints. The only complaints I have is that when you have them folded flat and not in the cover, they tend to sort of crash together and create this sound, apart from the fact that the headband is not removable, and that is something that is prone to damage. My first generation ones, the headband is completely gone, and Apple doesn't sell spares. They're not easy to replace, and if you can find a third-party headband, but if you can't, you have to cover them up with some third-party accessory like we have for the fabric one here. You also get silicone protectors for the headband that you can buy again as a third-party accessory. They will improve the longevity of your headband, but they don't look the greatest, so I don't really like them personally. Now let's move on to what has changed, and the biggest change, of course, is going to be the H2 chip that has been added to the AirPods Max. Now the H2 chip allows for connectivity with newer devices, better connectivity, quicker connectivity. It also allows for precise tracking for your head, for spatial audio, for spatial mapping as well. And then there is a custom audio driver and a custom audio amplifier that improves the overall audio quality of the headphones. The AirPods Max already had one of the best bass tones for first generation, and with the second generation, I think it has improved considerably. The mid-tones and the highs are also vastly improved in terms of the delivery of the audio, and the soundstage is really impressive as well. Now they also offer up lossless audio, but you do need to connect over a cable. So a USB-C cable, mostly from Apple, will work, and you can connect them to your iPhone or any other device that does offer lossless audio output capabilities, and these will support that. And you will see a pop-up on iTunes, for example, if you are listening to music on lossless, and it has a massive improvement for that as well. And I think it's great that you have that option available on such an expensive pair of headphones. Lots of improvements, not only to the audio output, but also to the audio input for things like conversation awareness. Now, I feel that this is one of the best features that Apple has added this year. Conversation awareness is so good and so accurate, and it works so well that I don't think I've used any other pair of headphones that offers such a good quality of conversation awareness. The minute you or somebody else starts talking, the audio goes down, but it doesn't shut off completely. It goes in the background. And so if you're listening to music, the music goes in the background, and the person's voice or your voice comes in the foreground. And while the music is still playing in the background, you can continue to have the conversation. And when you stop having the conversation, the music fades back in. It sounds fantastic. Another massive improvement is, of course, the microphones. The audio quality from the microphones has improved considerably, and vocal notes while you're on a call have improved a lot. And here's a quick sample of what that sounds like from the first generation. This is a sample of what the microphone sounds like on the AirPods Max, first generation but mid-cycle refresh with USB-C. And here is a sample of what that sounds like from the new Gen 2 AirPods Max. This is a sample of the microphones on the AirPods Max 2. I also see massive improvements in terms of noise cancellation. There is a significant improvement in terms of localized small sounds that typically would get through in the Gen 1 are now cleaner, more easily caught by the headphones in the Gen 2. So noise cancellation has improved. Apple claims 1.5x noise cancellation. I'm not sure if there is a way to sort of calculate this, but they seem much more comfortable. They don't have any kind of pressure when you're in noise cancellation mode. And overall, headphones sound great, and they do cut out most of the sounds that you would find in your ambient spaces. If you're in loud spaces as well, they do have loud sound reduction as they introduced on the AirPods Pro, so those can be cut out as well. Now with the H2 chip, you also get features like live translations. So if you are having a conversation with somebody in a different language, the headphones can live translate it for you. Again, this is in conjunction with your iPhone. So as long as iPhone has that feature, it will work on the AirPods. You need connectivity with your iPhone for live translations. Another thing that has been added is personalized volume. So the AirPods over time will learn what kind of volume you set your AirPods to. So for example, you're listening to music and you're in a loud environment, what is the volume that you will set your AirPods to? And then when you come into a closed environment like an office or a studio, what is the volume that you would set your AirPods to? And over time, the AirPods will learn and automatically start adjusting the volume for you. Now, this is a feature that you can turn off if you don't like it, but personalized volume works great because it automatically adjusts the volume over time and you don't need to sort of keep going back to your AirPods Max to adjust the volume. It does that on the fly. It learns your behavior and then starts personalizing the volume for you. I think this is fantastic and it works really well. The H2 chip also adds two adaptive functions. So adaptive EQ automatically starts to sort of improve the equalization on the fly for the kind of music you are listening to. This is not something that you have control over. Like I said, equalization control is not really there. For whatever kind of music I have heard on the AirPods Max, it works really well and the overall audio sounds great. Another thing that obviously works is adaptive sound. So you can set it to adaptive mode. It'll automatically jump between noise cancellation and transparency mode depending on your circumstances. This also pairs in conjunction with the conversation awareness feature that I spoke about earlier. As far as battery is concerned, we still get the same 20-hour of battery, about 1.5 hours of usage in just a 5-minute charge over USB-C. Battery life is fantastic with noise cancellation on as well. These are great for long distance travels. I use AirPods Maxes at airports or every time I travel. They are extremely comfortable to wear for long periods of time. They offer great noise cancellation on flights. And overall, I don't really have a lot of complaints or any complaints as such with the AirPods Maxes, barring a few things. I absolutely dislike this cover. Although it is starting to grow on people, I don't like it. It doesn't protect the headband, and that is one of the most damage-prone parts of the AirPods Max. Now, speaking of protection, when you're online, you need to keep yourself and your data protected. So NordVPN will do just that. A good VPN will protect all your data while you're browsing online. It'll also allow you to access movies, videos, and shows from other countries wherever you are. When you're traveling, you can have NordVPN protect all your data and also allow you to connect to sites which may be restricted in that particular country. NordVPN can also protect your IP address, so whether you are simply browsing, shopping, or even gaming online, your IP address is always hidden. You can save up to 75% and get 3 extra months of NordVPN using our link in the description below. Go check it out. For the kind of features that you get, everything that we spoke about in today's video, there are no real alternatives to give you personalized spatial audio, personalized volume, spatial mapping the way the AirPods Maxes do, and the fact that you can connect to multiple Apple devices. Anything that is in your iCloud account, these will automatically connect to the minute you switch to them. So if you switch to your iPhone, it'll connect to your iPhone. If you switch to your Mac, it'll connect to your Mac. Those kind of features not really available for all these years through any other device. So I feel that if you're in that ecosystem, these are sort of irreplaceable, and I think they offer one of the best audio experiences that you can get for that expensive price. What are your thoughts on the AirPods Max Gen 2? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, smash like, hit subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.